Hey guys, summer's starting to get closer and closer to creeping into fall, which means school and other things related to it. But that also means we're getting closer and closer to voting on some of our reader awards, including the Mark Twain Award nominee list. And this year there's a lot of books, so I thought I'd do a book talk on some of them, kind of let you guys focus in on the ones you really want to read, so that when March comes around next spring, you'll be ready to vote. And I'm going to make sure that you know which ones are available on audiobook and which ones are available on ebook. So if you want to download them and listen to them or read them while you're at home and not come into the building, you'll be able to do that. Our first book is The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle, by Leslie Connor. And you've got Mason, your main character, and he's the biggest, sweetest kid in his grade. And everybody knows this is true. This is a fact, even though he can barely read or write. He's got a learning disability. And on top of that, his best friend died about 15 months ago, so a little bit over a year. And they're still investigating what happened. The lieutenant in charge of the case has spoken with Mason multiple times, and he just doesn't believe him when he says this is what happened. So he's already kind of under suspicion's eye. But then Mason's new friend, Calvin, goes missing as well. And that complicates things. Mason's in even more trouble with the police now, and they just don't seem to listen to what Mason has to say. So this one's a lot of mystery, finding out what happened to these two kids. This one is available as a book on Missouri Libraries to Go. It's a book and an audiobook on Hoopla, and it's both an ebook and an audiobook on Access 360. And that's in addition to the physical copies we have at all of our branches. So this one's available in many, many formats, easy to get your hands on. Then we've got the first in a series. This one's called Front Desk. And this stars Mia Tang. She has several secrets. One, she lives in a motel. Not a big house, not a little house, a motel. Two, she manages the front desk. While her parents clean and take care of the guests, she answers the phone and gets people checked in and out. Three, her parents hide immigrants. And the owner of the hotel doesn't know this. If he finds out, there's going to be serious trouble for the Tang family. Also, Mia wants to be a writer, and that's kind of a secret as well. So she's balancing all of these different things, which are a lot, while trying to be a writer. So this one is available on Missouri Libraries to Go as a book and an audiobook. And Access 360 has it in both formats as well. And then we've got the physical copies here at all of your branches. Then we've got another kind of mystery adventure book and a little bit of action, The Ambrose Deception. This one is 3 kids, Melissa, Wilf, and Bondi, and they are competing for a $10,000 scholarship. And nobody really thought they would because they're kind of goof-offs in school and stuff. And it takes place in Chicago, and they're kind of on a scavenger hunt type thing in this competition to go to different locations in Chicago. But the competition starts getting a little fishy, and they don't think it's on the up and up. There's something going on. So they team up together to find out the truth behind the competition and what's going on with maybe the prize money. It goes a lot deeper than just a scholarship. This one is available as a book, both the physical copy and on Missouri Libraries to Go and Access 360. Then we've got Blended. This one's got a really cool cover. Ice cream. You've got Isabella is your main character. And she's used to comments like, well, are you black or are you white? Well, what are you really? Kind of thing. Her mom is white and her dad is black. And they're divorced just recently. So she's going back and forth between the two family homes. And they're very different. Dad lives with his girlfriend and the girlfriend's son in a big house in a big fancy neighborhood, and they don't look like anybody else in that neighborhood. Mom lives with her boyfriend in the house that Isabella knows and loves. It's what she's used to. So depending on who she's living with at the time, she's almost living two different lives. And somehow she's got to figure out how to make these two different lives one person within herself. So that's Blended. And this one is available as a book, ebook, and an audiobook on Missouri Libraries to Go. And then on Access 360 we have it as an audiobook. And then of course we've got the physical books. Next we have A Maul Unbound. This book has a gorgeous cover. Amal has no complaints about her little Pakistani village. She's pursuing her dream of being a teacher. But even though occasionally and then more and more often, she has to stay home to take care of her younger siblings, she's still determined to make that happen. She's gonna achieve her dream. It's gonna happen. Until something happens in the village and she has to go to work at the local Khan's estate to work off a family debt. The more she works at the estate, she doesn't exactly make friends. In fact, she makes an enemy of another girl, and she learns more and more about the business dealing of the Khan and how dishonest and hurtful it is towards others. And she realizes something needs to be done, and the only way to stop this is to team up with the others who work on the estate and get everybody to pitch in together. Because only together can they actually make something happen. So that's A Maul Unbound. This is available as both a book and an audio on Missouri Libraries to Go and on Access 360. And then again, we've got the physical book too. And then last for today is this one, Captain Superlattice. And this is the story of Janie. And Janie sees a kid running through the halls of her school, Deerwood Park Middle School, and they are wearing a red mask, a silver swimsuit, a blue wig, rubber gloves, torn tights, and high-top sneakers. And she is like, whoa, I have to figure out who that is. This is a mystery I'm going to solve. And she does. And she ends up finding this superhero and finding out who's behind the mask and becoming their sidekick and making a friend out of it, which is amazing. But being a hero isn't just as easy as walking down the street and following somebody. She's got some challenges to face to figure out if she is a hero and if she has what it takes and if her friendship is strong enough for that. Or is she just strong enough to be a friend? And is that harder than being a hero? So this one's really cool. It is available as a book on both Access 360 and Missouri Libraries to Go. So that's half of our Mark Twain Award nominees for the 2020 to 2021 year. Once again, we'll be voting on those in March of 2021. The next video will have the other half of the nominees, and we'll give you a sneak peek of those as well. Okay? Have a great day, guys.